Hello students, welcome to our online classes. I hope that all of you are doing good. We had started chapter 7 from unit 3, Our Motherland India. This is part 2 from the same chapter. In the previous class, we already discussed about the geographical extent of our country India. And also, we already discussed about the neighbor countries of India. In today's module, we will discuss about the physical divisions of our country India. So, let's start today's topic. Geographic region or the physical divisions of our country India. India is divided into 6 major divisions: the Northern Mountains, the Northern Plains, the Great Indian Desert, the Peninsular Plateau, the Coastal Plains, and the Islands. So let's start with Northern Mountains. The Northern Mountains marks the northern borders of our country India. Himalayas, northern mountains are also known as the Greater Himalayas. The literal meaning of Himalayas is Him plus Ale, which means the abode of snow. So, these fold mountains, Himalayas, are also known as fold mountains, stretch from the Pamir Plateau in the northwest to the borders of Myanmar in the east and form an arc. So, Himalayas are in the form of arc. The mountain chains cover distance of about 2400 kilometers. It is the highest mountain chain in the world and it consists of parallel ranges. So look at this picture, students. This picture shows the extent of Himalayas, and these Himalayan ranges are classified into 3 parts. First one is the Karakoram range, and these Himalayan ranges are classified into 3 parts. The Himalayan form the second mountain range. The first one is Karakoram. Karakoram range, basically the northwest mountain range is Karakoram range, which lies between the Pamir Plateau and the Indus River. And after this Himalayan range, the Himalayas form the second mountain range, and they stretch from Indus River in the west to the Brahmaputra River in the east. And these Himalayan ranges is consist of three parallel ranges. The first one is the Greater Himalayas or Himadri, second Himachal range, and third one Shivalik. So let's discuss in detail about each of the parallel ranges. So first one is Himadri. The Himadri is the northernmost range and its average height is over 6000 meters above the sea level. It contains the highest peaks. Mount Everest, the highest peak of the world, lies in this range in Nepal. And the other highest peaks are Mount K2, Kanchenjunga, Annapurna, and the mountains here were always covered with snow, and the climate is very cold throughout the year. After this, Himachal range. Himachal have an average height of about 4000 meter to 4500 meter above the sea level and extend over a width of 80 kilometer. So Himadri average elevation is 6000 meter and Himachal 4000 to 4500 meters. And a Himachal range has many beautiful hill stations such as Shimla, Mussoorie, Nainital, Almora, Darjeeling. All these hill stations belong to this range. After this, Shivalik. The Shivalik is the southernmost and lowest range of Himalayas. The areas at the foothills of the Shivalik range is called the Tarai region, and this area has thick forest and many varieties of wildlife. This range is made of unconsolidated materials such as mud, silt, and soft rock, and is prone to earthquake and landslides. Some narrow valleys are found in this part. They are called dunes. For example, Dehradun is situated in one such valley. So this is all about Himalayas. Himalayas has three consist of three parallel ranges: Himadri, Himachal, and Shivalik. Let's move on to the northern plains, northern Indian plains. The northern plains lie south of the Himalayan foothills and stretch from Punjab in the west to Assam in the east, with hardly any variation in relief. This plain is about 2400 kilometer in length and 1500 kilometer in width. It is considered to be one of the world's most fertile and densely populated plains. It is flat and it is formed by alluvial deposits of Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus, and its tributaries. The northern plains provide fertile land for cultivation and population. So, these plains are formed by the deposition of alluvium from three rivers, basically the Satluj, the Ganga and its tributary, and the Brahmaputra. The plain extends into Pakistan in the west, where it is called Indus Valley Plains, and the Satluj and its tributary, the Beas, and flows cross the western part of the plain through Punjab. Some of the most productive wheat and rice growing belts are found here. So these plains are densely populated, the world's most fertile and densely populated plains, and these plains are formed by deposition of alluvium from three large rivers. So this is all about the northern plains. After this, we have third physical division, that is known as the Great Indian Desert. So the Great Indian Desert lies in the western part of India. It contains the dry, hot and sandy. It has dry, hot and sandy stretch of land. It has very little vegetation because lack of moisture and unfavorable weather conditions, and it supports uh, due to harsh climatic conditions, it supports very little population. The land is generally dry and covered with sandy soil. Hot, dry winds blow here and rainfall is scanty, which means very less amount. And the sand is always being blown by the wind, creating the sand dunes which keep changing their shapes with the direction of winds. And Luni is the only river in this region which flows across the southern part of this desert for some part of the year. Lake Sambhar is an important saltwater lake, and the Indira Gandhi Canal carries water from river Satluj to other areas in this desert. So these are the characteristics of third physical division of India. So this is all about this topic. Thank you, students. Stay home, be safe.